Hi, I'm Rajendra. Uh, I'm SQL DBA. Today we're going to discuss about techniques to improve query performance. So most of you should know how to improve query performance. Every day it's your task to write performance oriented queries in your application, and for your application you generally every SQL DBA writes queries in stored procedures either in functions as a UDF and normal queries. So query performance is most important thing for everyone. So here you go. QuestCritic.com is a website where you can find uh, much interview related interview related questions and answers. You can give feedback there, and it's new website just I launched with my own interest. Let's go ahead now. It's after you have designed your database, your client may want database more efficient to deliver performance that your users demand. What you do generally, if you are a SQL DBA, you go for profiler, you go for different options to identify performance of the query or database. So we're going to discuss about our agenda in today this series. So the main objective is, what is the general view of a developer to improve performance of a query. So indexes plays a main role in improving a performance of a query. So second one is partitioning solutions. We'll discuss about it. If you use database, we have huge database and huge tables. It's obviously you need to go for a partitioning nothing but you store data in a different disks or for space purpose or such purpose. So if you maintain the right date filter conditions, is you can improve the performance by writing right way of partitioning of your database. So execution plans is also most important. So if you get the execution plans of a query or a database, you easily know that where you can improve performance of your query or store procedure. So capture execution plans, we are going to discuss about how to capture execution plans. So we are going to discuss about how to use SQL Server Profiler. So how database engineering advisor plays important role in improving the performance of a query or store procedure. So how to collect this main information or information from system metadata to improve performance. So mainly in this session we are going to discuss about tuning queries. It's a very important thing. Every developer should know about this. And the index maintenance. Index is the main thing. Every developer should have full knowledge on index maintenance, creation of index, alteration of index, deletion of index, maintenance of index. When should you have to know when should we create an index on a table, when should we delete index on a table, when should we alter index on a table, on what basis, what criteria. You should know everything of this. Then only you would be a good performance oriented SQL DBA. So and on top of this, tuning queries is not just understanding how queries indexes related items work. You must understand how all parts of the SQL server work together. You have to understand all architecture of the SQL server, how page rates happens, how memory management, IO management, system resources, and everything you have to understand. Index maintenance, relationships, and everything. If you understand, you would be become a good query analyzer. So one of the most important aspects of tuning queries is measuring performance. When you measure performance, you need to know metrics of SQL Server, or what metrics you have to use to improve performance of SQL. So in SQL Server, there are three main metrics to consider. One is query cost, second is page reads, and third one is query execution time. What is page reads? Page reads represents the number of 8 kilobytes data pages accessed by the SQL Server engine while executing a query. So you can retrieve this metric by executing set statistics IO on. So when you write on top of the query or store just set statistics IO on, you will get the following results here. After you executing the particular query by having a set statistics IO on top of that query, this information you will get here. So here you can see scan count, logical rates, physical rates. So how do you identify how many page rates page rates are there? So if you write the sum of logical rates, here also from 24 and lob logical rates. Lob logical nothing but it's just index. I don't know exactly what is that. Lob logical rates 9. So 24 plus is equal to 33 page rates. The total count of page rates is 33. Okay, you got what is the page rates count and measurement or metric for a SQL query. So logical reads are the number of pages read from memory. So page reads are different. Page reads are nothing but 8 kilobytes accessed by the SQL server. 8 kilobytes data accessed by the SQL server. Logical reads are the number of pages and from memory, or the number of pages read from memory. Okay, the page reads metric does not take into account the amount of CPU resource. This is why page reads are typically not appropriate perform measurement as a query cost. So next one, query execution time. Query execution time in query is the most volatile metric. It is affected by blocking and as well as resource constraint on the system. Actually, when happens deadlock in a query, also it affects. It's actually not the correct one, might not be. So if there is no deadlock, you may get fast results or fast execution time of the query. If you execute set statistics time on, SQL Server returns the execution time in milliseconds for each execution query. So here up to now it is okay. Now how to optimize the queries? It is the very important question for each developer should know. Optimization consists of tasks such as rewriting the query, understand the current business requirements and rewriting the query, so you may get very faster, very quick response. For example, you might have or someone has written that query different way, depends on the business logic. Now business logic has been changed. There are no more dependencies on a there is not required for writing combination of multiple tables. In that case we might not need those many conditions, but still we have it is there. It's affected on the performance of the query. So if you understand the business logic clearly, if you rewrite that query, it may impact on the performance of the query. You may get uh, query results very fast. And the second one is denormalizing. It is nothing but rewriting the query. So normalizing is nothing but, if you know the normal one form, normal 2, normal form 2, normal form 3, splitting the tables, making relationships, and writing according to the primary key, unique key, create index, all this. All if you denormal, if you do that one, and you might get uh, benefits of performance of that query. And as well as normalizing tables, and depends on the by using some tools like query advisor tool. You can or else by manually also you can identify, do you need to add indexes to the table or removing indexes, or combination of these tasks, which all impacts on the performance of the query.